All right, let's just jump right in. Sometimes a single sentence can feel like it holds up a mirror to your entire life. Well, today we're going to unpack one of those really powerful ideas, a quote that's more than just words. It's a framework for figuring out who we really are. And there it is. So simple, so direct, but wow, is it profound. What it's really getting at is that our character isn't defined by just one moment. Nope, it's defined by how we act at the two absolute extremes of life, when we have nothing and when we have everything.
So, look, we can't just treat this as some nice, feel good saying. Let's actually use it for what it's meant to be, a tool, a way to seriously look at our own lives and spot the patterns that define us. So, we're going to break this down into its two core tests.
All right, first up, the test of patience. This is all about what happens when things get tough, right? When the world just isn't handing you what you want on a silver platter. This is the test of your very foundation. But let's be really clear about what patience means in this context. We're not just talking about, being able to wait in a long line without complaining. No, this kind of patience is an active thing. It's about holding on to your grace, your hope, that deep down belief in yourself and in the future, even when every single thing around you is screaming at you to just give up. And this idea of having nothing, it's not always literal, is it? It can feel like this, being stuck, waiting for that breakthrough or that promotion. It can be struggling with money or pouring your absolute soul into something that nobody seems to even see. It's that feeling of starting from scratch, you're back at square one, and man, the finish line feels like it's a million miles away. And this is where it gets really real. Who are you when there's no immediate reward? When nobody is watching, nobody is cheering you on, what are you actually made of? Do you let bitterness creep in, or do you keep pushing forward with integrity and hope? That right there, that's the first half of who you are. Okay, so now let's flip the coin and look at the other side of this. This is the second test, attitude. This measures your character when you do have the power, the influence, the success. And honestly, this might just be the harder test of the two. And again, context is everything here. Attitude doesn't just mean you're in a good mood. It's about how you treat people when you absolutely do not have to be kind to them. It's about whether you remember where you came from, if you can show humility, and if you use what you have to lift other people up instead of, holding them down. So what does having everything look like? Well, maybe you finally achieved that huge goal. Maybe you're the one in charge now. Your finances are solid, or people are finally giving you the credit you deserve. These are awesome moments, moments of triumph. But they are also a huge, huge test for your ego. And this really gets to the heart of the challenge, doesn't it? Because success is just an amplifier. It takes whoever you already are, deep down, and it just makes you more of that. So the question is, does it amplify your compassion, or does it just feed your ego and make you forget what it was like to struggle? So now we have these two scenarios that seem like they're complete opposites, right? Having nothing and having everything. But the thing is, they're not separate at all. They're just two sides of the very same person. And together, they reveal the complete picture of your character. And this breakdown really hits the nail on the head. Your patience when things are tough, that defines your foundation. It shows what you're really made of. But your attitude when things are great, that defines your ceiling. It shows how high you can go with your grace and humanity. One reveals the raw material, and the other reveals what you build with it. Let's think about it like this for a second. Your patience, when you have absolutely nothing, that's a direct reflection of your hope. It's your faith in something you can't even see yet. And then your attitude, when you have it all, well, that reveals your heart. Right here in the present. It shows who you are and how you feel about the people sharing the world with you. See? It's never just one or the other. It's two tests, both working together to show one single unified character, your character. And here's the real takeaway, the bottom line. True character, the kind that's unshakable, is found in that person who is just as graceful and kind when they're running the company as they were when they were just starting out. It's that consistency between the two extremes, that's what signals real integrity. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to really think about. Just look at where you are in your life right now. Are you in a season of waiting or a season of winning? Which one of these two tests are you facing today? And what is your response revealing about the person you're becoming?